All right, so this will be the final part of the RPA project, video 5, and that will entail using RPA to suggest weather recommendations based on cities in the United States, or I guess anywhere in the world. So I'll go ahead and share my screen, and I'll open up UiPath. All right, so we'll go ahead and start again with a new project, and I'll go ahead and name this one weather recommendations. I think that's correct. And then we'll create it. Okay, open main workflow. Make sure we're in our activities. We'll go ahead and open up our floor chart as usual. Okay, so now we're at our starting point. We can go ahead and pull in weather per city. So first we'll drag in a sequence. We'll open the sequence, and then we'll drag in input type. Perfect. And again, like Dr. Lanera said, we can rename this to anything we want. So let's just rename it to input city. Okay, so now in the title, we'll go ahead and put get weather of city. We will put please enter. Let's say I'm traveling. Okay. And then after that, we'll go ahead, make sure this is selected, go over to our properties. In the result, we're gonna Control K to select a variable or to set a variable for this specific input dialog. And this variable will be city. Okay, so then we go over to our variables, it should be there. And we want to go ahead and drop this down and click flowchart so it applies to the entire flowchart. All right. We don't need that big. Okay. So we have city in our output. So next we can go ahead and drag in, I believe, another sequence. Okay, and I think we're gonna. Okay, I think that's correct. And then let me pause here just to confirm. Okay, yep, that's what we were supposed to do. So we'll continue on. go ahead and open up the browser. And we want to go ahead and pull that into the sequence. Okay. For the URL, we're just going to do Google. So I'll just type in, I think it needs to be in quotes, yeah. HTTPS. Oh, no. There we go. Nope. That. Right. And then now we want to make sure our URL browser type is Chrome. That's what I have open here. Okay, and then we can search for a type into I think this one. And then we'll drag that into div. Oh no. Maybe if I okay, let me pause here and make sure this is right, because those triangles are stressing me out. Okay, I think if I just finish off the oops. Sorry about that. If I finish off the text here, it should go away. So let me just do that. So we'll indicate element inside browser. And what we're going to do is we're just going to select this box here. And I hope it works. My screen is on dark mode. Okay. And then in the text, we're going to control space, city, forest, weather, so basically it's just going to pop up as saying whatever city weather in Fahrenheit. So Austin weather in Fahrenheit, Rio weather in Fahrenheit, Dallas, etc. Just whatever city and then the weather in Fahrenheit. And then, okay, perfect. The triangles went away, so that should work. And then now we can go ahead and bring in our hotkey, because in Dr. Linares' video, it would not click enter unless you brought in this hotkey. So once we do that, we can see if it'll work. Yeah, send hotkey. And then we'll drag this below. Type into. And then we just need to click enter. All right. Now let's try to run this and see if it works. So I think it should. Looks like my mouse is frozen. Let me pause really quick. Okay, it just needed to load. So now let's try to run this to see if this will work. Okay, let's say Austin. Perfect. Okay, so that's what we want it to do. We wanted it to click enter. So now we can go ahead and move on. So now what we want to do next. Ooh, okay, we'll search get full text. Okay. And then we want to drag that, I believe, into do below send hotkey. Okay. So what we want to do first before we indicate, okay, so we're already on Austin. Let's close this out. Looks like it's 72. So we'll go ahead and indicate element. The first element will indicate is this here, clear. So it'll tell us sunny, clear, rainy, cloudy. That's what that description will entail. And then we'll again select another get full text. And then this time we will do the temperature. So now it's going to show us the condition as well as the actual temperature of the weather. So now let's go over here, properties, expand target sector, and make sure it's not pulling in. Okay, good. We want to make sure it's not pulling in any descriptive words like cloudy, sunny. And then let's validate. Does it work? Yeah, okay. So that just tells us that the formula looks good. All right. Okay, so we can go ahead and move on. So we'll still go here, I believe. And I believe we'll do the output. Let me pause and confirm. Okay, so for this one up here, we're gonna go to output, Control K to select or to set a variable. And then our variable for this one is gonna be weather. Okay, and then for this one, let's go ahead and set that variable as well. We'll do temperature. Okay, so now we have our variables set. And then let's change the scope to flowchart. Okay. So now we have our variables. can go ahead and do another get full text add-in. This will be our last one, I believe. This must be loading again. I'll pause. Oh, must have disconnected. Okay. Okay. So let's do one more. Let's do. Let's do. I guess we can do. We could do this whole thing. So I guess we could just label this one conditions. And this is just an add-on. I know Dr. Linares wanted us to play with it a little bit. He did not do this in his videos, so this is just an add-on on my end. Of course, you could add on anything that you wanted. Conditions. Okay. Okay, so we have 4 variables here. I think that's enough. Or we have 4 variables and then 3 of these get full texts. So now let's change this to flowchart. String is fine. Let's get rid of that. Okay, and then let's make sure all of these wait for readies are complete. That way it'll just load once it's fully completed. All right, so now once this loads, we want to be able to close. And then let's drag the button. Okay, and that just tells us to close the tab. Okay, so now after that, we can go ahead and create our new flow chart. So this is our first flow. So given that everything is correct, it should run correctly with no issues. So let's go back here. I believe we can drag in a new flow chart. And we'll drag it below sequence. And then we'll open that one up. Okay, so now we can start our decisions. Flow decision, drag that in under start. All right, so now this is where we can say too cold, too hot, too rainy, too windy. For simple purposes, I'm just going to do how hot is it? How hot is it? That works. Okay. Or actually, let's make it a yes, no, just to be easy. So now we can go ahead and search assign. We'll bring that in to the right for true. Or to the left, I'm sorry. And then let's click in here. Let's go to our properties, to our condition. Let's do temperature above. Do I need to do these in quotes? Temperature above too hot would be above 70 degrees. Let's make it an integer. I don't know if that needs to be quotes. Yeah, I don't think it should be in quotes. Oops. Oh, I see. It's spelled wrong. Temp. No. I don't know what I did for. Let me go back to. Okay. Let me just try this. Oh, I think it actually worked when it was. If this doesn't work, I might. Okay, perfect. Sorry about that. Temperature above 70. That would be what I would consider too hot. Okay. So now it's basically saying temperature above 70 would be too hot. Anything below 70 would come back as not too hot. So now in the assign area, we can do, we're actually going to go over here and we'll do a control K to set variable. And we can do jacket. Suggestion. Oops, suggestion. Let me pause this and see what I'm doing wrong. Okay, we'll continue on. I think, again, it'll fix once I enter value here. For that value, we'll just do what do you need if it's too hot out? You need a tank top. You need I don't need that, no caps. Okay, it's still saying it's wrong. Oh, it's not a jacket. Maybe I need to. Okay. Okay. I don't know why it's not working. Oh, okay, it worked. Interesting. Okay, moving on. Okay, so now we can do another assign on the other side. For this too, we can just, oh, let's see if it's popped up here. There it is. It's already on flowchart. Let's actually change that to the, remember the bottom flowchart. And we can just start typing in jacket. Oh, tank top suggestion. Okay. Oh, I don't want jacket suggestion. Anyways, okay. City weather. Okay. Tank top suggestion is there. And then for values, and then this one is you may want to wear tank top. What is this one? You want to wear tank top to you. It's basically saying if it's if the temperature is above 70, you need to wear a tank top. In my opinion, it's going to be too hot. If it's below 70, you may want to wear a tank top. It's up to you. Similar to Dr. Linares, but I'm just using hot versus cold. And then next we can go ahead and make sure its properties are good. Okay. And then I believe we can go back to our flowchart, our main page. And finally, we'll add a message box. So we'll search message box. We'll bring that in below flowchart. Then we'll go over here, we'll go to text. And then we'll type in our script. And this is basically what we're telling the RPA to do for us. So temperature plus city plus is temperature in city is, and then we'll have to do another plus temperature plus environment plus weather is plus weather plus environment line plus and then we'll do our condition. I added in conditions with conditions of plus conditions plus, ooh, this is going to be long. Environment dot new line plus we suggest plus take top. Ooh, it's not in here. Okay, I don't think I can do it with the suggestions. Let me see if I can. I don't know how to get back to it. Okay, well, I won't be able to do suggestions because here, let me pause and I'll try to figure it out. Okay, so I went ahead and added it to this flow chart. It was the same issue as Dr. Lineros. It wasn't added to this flow chart, so I couldn't see it. So now we have it. So now we have tank top suggestion. So we have temperature in city is temperature, new line. The weather is weather with conditions of conditions, new line. We suggest tank top suggestion. Okay. Okay, so now let's go back to our flow chart. Everything should work now. So fingers crossed, let's run it. What city are we traveling to? Let's do Dallas. Temperature in Dallas. Temperature in Dallas is 77. The weather is clear with conditions of precipitation, 1% humidity, 66%. Or sorry, I read that wrong. Temperature in Dallas is 77. Weather is clear with conditions of 1% precipitation, 66% humidity, 12 mile per hour winds. We suggest you need to wear a tank top. Okay. So looks like it ran well. Again, I did add the conditions, and you can add as many as you want. You can also, like I said, do as many of the too hot, too cold, whichever you wanted to do. It's pretty broad and there's a large variety around that. So I believe that is it for part 5 and for the entire RPA project. And I will stop sharing now. Thank you so much.